Well, since getting sworn in, President Biden has been signing executive actions all week. Among them, orders to stop the Keystone XL pipeline. Our next guest says that the president's actions are killing American jobs, including many in his state. Joining us now is Montana Senator Steve Daines, who also serves on the Senate Finance Committee. Senator, good to see you.
Hey, good to see you, Sean.
All right, so let me ask you, how will the stoppage of the pipeline affect workers and jobs in Montana?
Well, it was shocking. I was on the west steps of the Capitol hearing Joe Biden give his soaring speech about unity, healing, and so forth. 6 hours later, he signed an executive order that killed the Keystone XL pipeline. This is part of his Making America Unemployed Again strategy. It literally jerked the rug out from underneath 11,000 jobs here across our country. The Keystone Pipeline enters Montana first. It's thousands of jobs. It's $80 million of tax revenues for the state of Montana every year. It's the most environmentally sound way to transport a liquid, which is a pipeline. This is Joe Biden caving into the radical Green New Deal side of the party. And it is a chilling first step for this president. And now you're going to see him putting moratoriums on oil and gas and coal leases and federal lands. That's another 1 million jobs, Sean, between now and 2022 lost.
Senator, beyond the jobs that this is impacting, what does this do for energy prices?
Well, prices go up. And many of the listeners remember what happened back in the 1970s, back when we were dependent on the Middle East for oil. Thank God for American energy innovation that has allowed us to reverse that. And now we are independent. But the actions of the Biden administration take us back to the 70s. Higher oil prices, inflation, loss of jobs, but this national security implications can't be overstated. We are in such a strong position as a nation because of our independence relates to energy. We're no longer dependent on the Middle East. This reverses that course. He's putting Saudi Arabia jobs ahead of American jobs.
Senator, you touched on this, but it seems to me as though this is actually a very safe way to transport an energy source, and yet the folks on the left keep talking about it, why it's bad for the environment. So what is their, I don't get their case, because it seems like, and you echoed this, that it actually is really safe way to do this.
Well, they don't have a case. I mean, here you have the left who accuses us of not being thoughtful people and scientists. I'm a chemical engineer by degree, Sean. I can tell you a pipeline is the safest way, most environmentally sound way, has the least impact on CO2 emissions of any way of transporting oil. This is all about a radical agenda of the left, the Green New Deal. It is Biden appeasing that side of his party. Here's the sad part, though. That's now the center of gravity for the Democrats.
Yeah.
It used to be viewed as kind of a fringe side of the Democrats. That is where they're at. That's their center of gravity. This does not bode well for our economy, our national security, for jobs, and the price of gasoline.
Senator, tomorrow is Biden's day, his climate day. What is the plan for Montana or the GOP to fight back against this stoppage of the Keystone Pipeline, or is there one?
Yeah, it's a great question. Two things. One, legislatively, I've got a bill. We're moving forward here on. We need Democrats to get on board. That's the problem. Is that they've lined up here embracing this Green New Deal. It's hard to find a Democrat that wants to find common ground on common sense, balanced energy portfolios. The other area of recourse that we have are the courts. Thank God for President Trump, what he did in terms of the Supreme Court, the circuit courts, the district courts, just like that judge that stopped that halt that Biden had here in terms of immigration. We've got much better judges as a result of President Trump, a Republican Senate, and our founding fathers always looked at our courts as a way to stop tyranny in government. Hopefully the courts here will help us out as well.
Senator, I hadn't even thought of that. So you just gave me a ton of hope. You're right. If it wasn't for President Trump and those judges, I would have lost hope. So thank you for reminding us about that. It's important. And I appreciate your efforts and your legislation to fight back. This is about jobs. It's about sovereignty. I really appreciate you joining us, and thank you for your efforts. And I'd love to hear back from you soon.
Thanks, Sean.
You bet.
Newsmax TV is now America's fastest growing cable news channel. We give you the real news you need. So subscribe to our YouTube channel and give us a thumbs up. If you like this video, share it with your friends. Newsmax TV streams live on YouTube for free. Newsmax TV, real news for real people.